Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Miller Motorsports Park. This time for the fifth race in the 2021 NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series. It's our final race using last year's owner's points to determine who is a go or go home driver. And after today, we'll start using this year's point standings. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but first, I'm once again joined by my man Vince Freeze.
A lot of things to talk about. Can Fitzwater do a double at the Miller Motorsports Park? We got some go or go homers to discuss. New package in a way. Will we see a two-stopper most likely? And will we have a lap one wreck? All that and more as we get back to Zach.
Let's go to your starting lineup. Fitzwater, after winning the Jerky Pro Truck Series race yesterday on the pole for today's event. Fastest in practice, Jonathan Zorlin to his left. Row 2, we've got Zach Flickinger and Jessica Shelton, a bit of a shock to see inside the top 10 on a road course. Dylan Young and Seth Cole, the road course master, in row 3. Cole Deaver and your points leader, Allison Rain, who's won the last 3 races in row 4. Rain got her first road course win at Sebring earlier this year. Deaver has won on a road course before. He won at Surfers Paradise in 2018. And in row 5, your defending champ, Samet Oskin, winner at Sebring in 2017, and Quentin Moore. As we go through the rest of the starting lineup, Vince, talk me through our race notes for Digital Storm Cup.
Yeah, it's going to be like we talked about at the top of yesterday, 14-lap race in a way. We have about the same, we think the same pit window, even though yesterday was a 3 to 6 lap pit window. We're looking at 4 to 6 here. Tire fall off 4 to 7. We saw about 4 to 6 yesterday. I think we should see 4 to 7. Jeff Toledo is not in this race, but we'll have a new winner. Can Fitzwater do a double? York started on pole. He led 7 laps, finished 6th. And Quinn Moore also in this race led 2 laps. Again, as we saw yesterday, barring a wreck, you can still drive from the back to the front due to the varying pit strategies and many other things we're going to talk about throughout this broadcast. And also, Zach, the other thing to watch out too for in this race, unlike yesterday's race, is with the different mods, they will be much faster.
Yes, indeed. We'll be seeing 259s most likely all race as the clouds cleared up from practice. So expect 3-minute lap times on the dot all race long, and fall off's probably going to be even bigger than it was yesterday as we go trackside for the command.
I have never been more excited to say 4 words. Drivers, start your engines!
The pace car is going to launch there. Vince, tell me who missed the field today.
Yeah, tough break for these 7 people. Christian Vargas, Priya McShane, Foster Henderson, Derek Campbell, Bouchard, Samuel Dyer, Scott Roush, and Trey Smith all missed today as we enter the final race, as you said, of 5 using the old point system in 2020.
A couple of drivers to look at in the danger zone include Daniel Bouchard, who missed the race, Matthew Rodriguez, Logan York, Jesse Turner, Peter Onchak. They are 26th to 30th in the points. Just outside the top 30, Sam Young, Logan Williams, Christian Vargas missed this race. Trey Smith missed this race, and then Edwin Justice. And there's a lot of guys and girls that are, had last year's owner points to work off of that are very much far down in the danger zone as we are green. Oh, and we're already going through wide again, Vince. Look at Zach Flickinger.
Fitzwater's got the best lane, though, in the middle. Can he hold it? Swinging to the right and left complex here. Shoot some ladders, as I like to say. Fitzwater should have the run.
Fitzwater's got it. This was our trouble corner yesterday. Everyone's good. Sorlin went from 2nd to 4th. What a move on the grid jump for Zach Flickinger there.
Flickinger definitely knows he's got to make him happen, though, because Fitzwater could run away. We've seen this in the past. where you got a veteran road course ace like Fitzwater. He knows how to manage the pace up front. That could be trouble for the field.
Zach Flickinger's got 2 career wins in his Digital Storm career. He won at Talladega in 2017 and Dover in 2018. He did not race last season. And he's been one of the top go-or-go-homers through these first 5 races. He's qualified into every race. He sits 17th in the points coming into today. Actually, no, that's not right. He missed Daytona. But other than that, he's qualified into every race. He's been qualifying top 10 in every race. He's got an average starting position of 8.33 coming into this race. And after today, I think it's even lower. Him and Nico Tringali have been doing really good at making these races. Tringali sits 6th in the points with the top 5 and 2 top 10s. So you talked about that pit win, though, Vince, and, you really got to wonder, is it 3 to 5 laps again today? Is it 4 to 6 for the Cup cars? We know the Cup cars use a little less fuel than the trucks. As Zorland's looking for 3rd on Shelton. But, it was an 18-lap race last year. Everybody 3-stopped it. This year, borderline, maybe 2 3-stop race.
Hey, the sun's out. Usually when the sun's out, you're burning more tire degradation and maybe more fuel. Maybe you want to do what Fitzwater did yesterday on Ellison. Maybe what Flickinger's going to try to do today. Maybe he saw that race yesterday, lag behind, see where the weaknesses of Fitzwater is. But right now there seems to be none. Fitzwater, I think, it's opened up a 7/10 gap or maybe 6/10. We'll see.
Look at how much faster they go down the straightaway into turn 1. It's almost 190 miles an hour. And then all the way down to 76 for Jonathan Zorland. So Zorland back up to 3rd. Shelton's going to be under fire from Dylan Young now for 4th. Seth Cole 6th. Allison Rain 7th. Charles Sanford started outside the top 10. He's up to 8th. He won at Watkins Glen in 2017 and in the V8 Supercar Challenge this past offseason. Alexander Rowe 9th. He won at Provo in 2018. And then Semet Oskin in 10th. Speaking of Provo, that's where we go next week. And that's one of our standing start races on the season. I believe it's actually the only one. Yep. Yeah, so Provo's one of those unique tracks where we have a standing start. So it'll be the only standing start on the year. I don't believe we had any last year. Dylan Young falling back from Shelton as now Seth Cole's looking for 5th place.
In a note, Zach, I believe Rain and Fitzwater are the only 2 top 5s and 10s in each races, if I'm not mistaken.
Just top 10s.
The top 10s? Okay.
If you look at the point standings, Allison Rain, 3 wins, 3 top 5s, 4 top 10s through 4 races, an average finishing position of 3.25. Teammate Fitzwater, 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s, average finish of 5.25. Your top 5 in points coming into this race as Dylan Young loses 2 spots. Allison Rain leading, Fitzwater 2nd, Charles Sanford 3rd, Oskin 4th, and Seth Cole 5th. That's your top 5. Looking at your top 10, since that's what you need to be to make the playoffs. Nico Tringali, Jonathan Zorland, Dylan Young, Alexander Rowe, and Jessica Shelton. Shelton going to challenge Zorland back for 3rd. Zorland's looking to get by Zach Flickinger as Fitzwater is starting to do what he did yesterday, and that is drive away.
He's starting to run, but like I said, it's all going to come down to that pit strategy later on in this race. Nothing's guaranteed. Even though he's got the lead, some people are hanging back as we go to the back of the field. There's Hamid. He won at Daytona. He needs to stay in that top 25 throughout the season. Not looking good so far today.
Just a reminder on how the playoffs work. If you are top 10 in the points at the end of the regular season, you will make the playoffs automatically. If you are 11th to 25th with a win, you will make the playoffs. There is no limit outside of that. We could have 25 drivers in the playoffs. We could have 10 drivers in the playoffs. But right now, as Vince mentioned, Osmain Hamid, who's passing Colt Hudson for 40th, comes into this race 16th in the points. Things have not been looking good since Sebring.
We got people on pit road.
We got people on pit road. really early today.
Anybody up at the front? Wow. Is that Seth Cole? Fitzwater.
Allison Rain and Fitzwater coming to lap 3. Now that was unexpected.
We did see that the Evan Gardner's team pull something similar at Sebring, but that was lap 6, if I'm not mistaken. This is a little bit
That was lap 3. Oh, lap
yeah, I don't
6
know about
at
this.
Sebring? Yeah, I don't know, man. This is extremely interesting. So Zach Flickinger leads. Man, I'm curious to know now
What in the world?
how far can you make it on fuel? That's the real question.
If you're watching this video, throw the notes out. We don't know the fuel window. We really don't know the proper
And
fuel.
that's the crazy thing is last year these races were in cloudy conditions. I'm wondering if I don't know. I mean, the weather. I feel like the weather's a little warmer than it was last year because we're running this race in March and not February. But man, yeah, like you said, Vince, throw the notes out the window because clear weather is apparently using more fuel today for some reason.
This is a different mod package from last year, if I do remember. And we know the speeds, as you see Zorlin hit the apron there. We know the speeds are higher in turn 1, but it shouldn't really make a difference when you only had one true lap on your tires, not at the start. I don't know. This is just interesting times we're living in here at this place.
Zorlin's going to make a move for the race lead. Seth Cole's all over the back bumper of Jessica Shelton. As from 2 of the drivers in the top 10 pitting, that moved Logan York up to the 9th place. Logan York having a bit of a good day. Zorlin unable to make the pass. Now Shelton's looking for second back as Seth Cole is really close now. Dylan Young, Alexander Rowe, Sanford, Samet Oskin, they're all up here. But let's just think about this, Vince. If you can only make it 5 laps, maybe 4 laps.
3-stop race or 2-stop race.
3-stop race if the longest you can go is 4 laps. If you can make it 5, it's definitely a 2-stop, and I feel like if you can stretch it 6, you can 2-stop at 2, but pitting on lap 2 come into 3 I just don't understand the call.
I think this will happen, but that's a 6-stop race. What in the world?
Zach Flickinger with a late move to pit road. We got even more cars coming down here on only lap 3. Nate Rogers started at the back of the field. He's coming to pit road.
At the field.
Oh man, Vince, deja vu of yesterday. We saw a bunch of people. We saw a bunch of people make it on 1 stop. Are we going to see a bunch of people make it on only a handful of people? I mean, are we only going to see a handful of people make it on a 2-stop?
All right, so we know 4 laps is now. They're on lap 4. If we can only go 4 laps,
it's a 3-stop race.
Yeah, actually, no. Let's pan back to Fitzwater. Let's see what kind of stop he got.
Well,
That's what we need to find.
I want to see how many tires these guys take first.
I think it's 4. That should be the call, even though they don't have many laps on. I hear somebody coming.
That's 4 tires right there. There's Fitzwater. There's Allison Rain. They were the top drivers to come down pit road to come into lap 3. And Zorlin had a bit of a bad stop. He lost time. Alexander Rowe comes out in front of him as Fitzwater's going to fly on by. He is definitely on fresh tires. You can see the difference. I think Fitzwater's going to fly on by here to Zach Flickinger. Let's see who stayed out. We got Logan Williams, RJ Bishop, James Ellison, Logan York, Charles Sanford, Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, and Seth Cole. Only 8 drivers, Vince. I'm convinced it's a 3-stop now.
Somebody somehow stretches this the 5th lap. You're looking really good. If you can't, it's 3 stops. There's no doubt. Well, if it's 3... Now, this is the thing. Unlike yesterday with Sam Young and I believe Baranowskis, if Fitzwater and Rain played this right like we did at Sebring, it's a good call. If it's not, then it's a bad call. That's the fine line we play here at a 6-mile play zone.
Right, and just think, at Sebring, they pit on lap 6 to 7, then they stretched it 8 laps, and then they stretched it again 8 laps to the finish, and Allison was able to hold off Charles Sanford. Now, on the other hand, though, they only went 2 laps here at Miller Motorsports Park. I keep wanting to say Sandy Flats because of last year.
Yeah.
But, I'm not sure, man. I know, like, this track's 5.9 miles long, and Sebring's only about 3 point something, but this is unprecedented. We thought we were seeing a 2-stop race for sure.
This is almost like the 4X package without being the 4X package. It's very,
The track's just so big.
yeah. I guess it's almost like the only comparison is like Road America in real life is, here we go. The next group comes in, the 8 people we should expect.
Let's see if they all come in. No!
Oh!
James Ellison's staying out! RJ Bishop is staying out.
You got to think right there is that they saw something from the truck race that's got to be truck race move right there. They had the experience. Is that a winning call?
That might be a winning call, Vince. Oh, man, this is going to be interesting.
It is. Now here's the only thing though. Ellison had a bad pit stop yesterday. Can Bishop do something? I mean, this has gotten now it's got good. This got good.
They started, like I think at least outside the top 20, Vince. So
Great gamble. That's what you got to do. You got to do that. Where's Fitzwater? Where is he at? There he is.
there he is. He's coming off the final corner now. So let's see. What did we say it was? It was about like if you were 50 seconds back coming to the start-finish line and guys were coming out of pit road, you were
You want
You were
40. You want
gonna-
the 40 delta.
you were going to be passing them. In the case of these Cup cars, I want to say it's more like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Fitzwater is 35 seconds behind James Ellison at the start-finish line. Now let's see that lap
What?
time comparison. 2:59.7 to a 3:05.3 and a 3:03.6 by Bishop. So now let's think
problems.
about this. If these two can make it on 2 stops, how much time do they need to have?
They got to bank. Yeah, got to bank it. Yeah.
Because, I mean, if these guys pit coming to 2 to go, they're going to have 1 lap of cold tires, and then they're going to be flying that last lap. And you would think, oh, it's just 1 lap, but it's 21 turns. You can make up 4 or 5 seconds in those 21 turns. Seth Cole comes out highest of those on the 4-lap strat there. Allison Rain right there in what is currently 5th. Zach Flickinger 6th. Charles Sanford 7th. Shelton 8th. Rowe 9th. And Sorlin is 10th. How about Amanda Evans' top 15 run again today? Same with Logan York, man. Really showing good today. Logan York, this was his best track last year, Vince. He led 7 laps in what was the Junior Motorsports 95 at the time. Now it's the KBM 95, but he's having another good showing here today. See Alex Ferranti up in the top 15. Jesse Turner's top 20. See who's really struggling back here. Andrew Rich, man, he just, we know Rich is the intermediate king and all, but he has just always seemed to struggle on road courses. And son Keith Rich is struggling just as much. See Diego Yepes back here, Laura Chung, Kev Shearer not having a good day. Oh, Peter Onjak is back here, Cara Bell. And there it is, RJ Bishop looking for the race lead on James Ellison.
It wonders that Ellison's slow. That wasn't the correct car leading at the time. Bishop could have ran more. That's just helping Fitzwater. They got to come in now. There's no way.
Yep,
Yeah.
Here we go. They're coming into pit road here on lap 5 to 6th. We believe these guys can make it on 1 stop after this one. So then
Now,
what's
here's-
Fitzwater doing?
That's the thing. Does Fitzwater cut them off and pit the next lap? That's the only thing. Now, where's Rain? Rain is in 2nd. He's got a nice 5-second gap.
I mean, if you pit here, you'd have to be out of your mind.
He's not pitting. Maybe he's just stretching it. You know what? This is another cat and mouse type game. Fitzwater saw those 2 run 5 laps. Why not stretch another 5 laps? That's all I can think of. Maybe coming to lap 7 or 8. The games are being played here, definitely. It's Fitzwater will easily pass by those guys.
Well, so let's think about that then. So this is lap 6.
Right.
So you pit coming the lap 3. So if you pit coming the lap 7, that's 4 laps. If you pit coming the lap 8, that's 5 laps. Then you've got 7 laps to go. From what we saw after the race ended in Jerky Pro yesterday, Fitzwater potentially could have made it a 6th lap.
Right.
Could we say you can make it 6 laps in the Cup car and this is all just strategy games? Maybe this, like, Fitzwater was already in clean air, so I don't understand why he would have pit coming to lap 3. You know, somebody maybe in 20th pitting coming to lap 3 would have been good. Get yourself some clean air because it is a big place. But yeah, you know, like, Fitzwater's got a 7-second lead over Allison Rain right now. So Rain's 2nd, Flickinger 3rd, Seth Cole 4th, Alexander Rowe in the 5th, Sorlin 6th, Charles Sanford 7th, Amanda Evans in 8th, Shelton 9th, and Ferranti 10th. Man, what end of top 10 there. So now let's see.
You go for it, man.
Let's see where Bishop and there's Bishop.
Allison.
Oh, Ellison's way back here behind the 3-wide mess. And remember, they're on cold tires, so I think Ellison's going to fall to the very back here because of cold tires. But Bishop, man, is looking really good here. If everybody else has to pit 2 more times, I think RJ Bishop has this in the bag. But it's still early.
The thing is, if I'm Fitzwater, careful, Bishop. If I was Fitzwater, the only reason why you would come on lap car, I just thought about this. Bishop stayed at 5 laps. In those 3 laps, he's thinking, I'm going to gain 5 to 6 seconds. With the pit delta being around 40, that's 18 to 20 seconds right there. And the hope is Fitzwater can do an undercut at the end, undercut him, hope tire fall off is long enough, hope Bishop is 43 seconds back. If Bishop is 43 seconds back, Fitzwater will be equal and they fight it out at the end. Hope you got all that.
Yeah, I got all that. How about Nate Rogers, man? Nate Rogers started, I think, outside the top 30. He has worked his way into the top 15. We talked about drivers moving from the back last year. We saw 5 drivers who didn't even start top 25 finish in the top 10. Dylan Young has fallen out of the top 10 after starting up there, and now Nate Rogers is almost getting ready to get into the top 10. Ferranti's in 10th place right now. Shelton is trying to pass Amanda Evans for 8th. As Ferranti is going to lose 10th place to Samet Oskin. And there it is, Allison Rain, Fitzwater. Yep, they're coming to pit road, coming to lap 7. Amanda Evans included. Now that makes you wonder, Vince. That makes you wonder.
Who owns Fitzwater? Is it the Gardner Evans, right? Gardner Evans?
Evans Gardner Motorsports.
That's funny how they all came together. Maybe they had a plan before the race. That's the only thing I could think of.
Quinton Moore is not included in that plan, I guess. But give the lead back to Zach Flickinger. So now you got to wonder here. You know, even if these guys pit coming to lap. Ooh, look at Seth Cole with a little bit of a crossover move there. He wants the lead.
Yeah, he won't get the run here. Oh, yeah, he will. Yeah, he will. He hit the curb. Hit the curb a little bit, Flickinger. I think Cole should have it.
Cole's got a little push draft from Alexander Rowe, too. It's not a lot in the Cup cars, but it's something. Now, if these guys pit coming to lap 8, I would say they're going to be short. But if they can make it another lap, Vince, I think they could stretch it on this second stop. But Fitzwater and Allison, I think they're doomed to have to pit a third time.
Well, maybe that was their plan. Maybe the plan is let these guys run hard enough to where they're burning up more fuel, and then all I got to deal with is RJ Bishop in that. Is that Group 4? I believe Group number 4.
Yeah. So let's see. So Seth Cole's in Group 3. So I think Seth Cole can actually make it on a 2-stop potentially.
Yeah, if he can do that, I think he might win the race actually because Bishop might be too far back. I don't know where he's at.
Charles Sanford.
The same thing.
Sanford's in that third group with Seth Cole. And then Shelton, I know, is a part of that group. I don't remember if Nate Rogers was or not, but let's go to the back of the field here.
Where's Fitzwater?
There's Fitzwater.
Wow. Fitzwater.
There's James Ellison. He's
Oh,
still
boy.
struggling at the back of this pack. There's R.J. Bishop.
Bishop's a little bit better than Ellison's case, but I don't know. It might be too far back for Ellison and Bishop, even if they do stretch it.
Man, this is crazy strategy plays right here, man. Crazy.
Daytona. This is like Daytona, but controlled chaos on the strategy. Now we got to go. Now we got to get back to the pit lane. We're almost there to see if they come in. This is the money lap here. We'll know. What does Seth Cole do?
Well, Seth Cole, right? Seth Cole is in that third group, so he shouldn't be pitting until the lap after this one. And that would put him, that would be lap 9 coming to 10, and that would be 5 to go. And
Where's
Seth
Group
Cole,
2 at?
I think Seth Cole has this in the bag. Unless he pits here. He's not going to pit. Charles Sanford's not going to pit. Zach Flickinger is actually going to stay out. Group 2 might not come down this time. Oh, wait. Ferranti is.
That's it, I think.
Tringali, Keith Rich.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are 3 stopping. There's no doubt.
And Adam Flickinger is going to come in too. I think everyone that just stayed out here can make it on another stop, and they're good to go, Vince, because we're at 7 to go right now. Or actually, maybe not. They would have to pit. If they pit coming to 6 to go, they'll be really close.
This is going to be nailed, but I don't know, man. This is a tough call here. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Seth Cole ran a 3:02.729. What did R.J. Bishop run? Oh, Bishop's off track with Levi McIntyre.
That's going to end his hopes. That's it. Tough break.
Don't think he got any damage, but that sent him off the track. That's going to lose him a ton of time. As there you see James Ellison. Now, he needed to see that. You see Fitzwater and the gang just hit the start-finish line. How far back are they? 43 seconds is Fitzwater's delta right there.
Oh, my goodness. Man, he'll be fine. He'll take the lead again once everyone cycles. But Bishop, you got to feel, man, he had this, at least a shot. Now it's over.
I don't know yet, man. I don't know yet. But Seth Cole was running a second faster than him in clean air at the front of the field. Bishop has so much traffic to deal with that even those fresher tires weren't helping him. I think this might be a Seth Cole-Charles Sanford battle for the win. Because Fitzwater and Rain are just on the wrong strategy call.
Whatever you guys did at Sebring worked, but at a 6-mile place, it's just not going to work. I mean, I know what they were trying to do to summarize the delta and compromise it, but it didn't. For now, it hasn't panned out. We'll never know. But now, the only thing they would do is they would hope that these guys run 6 laps, and then Fitzwater would come in at lap 13 or something and try to play it that way and maybe take a fuel only. That's the only thing I could think of. But we'll see.
I also got to wonder, if Fitzwater, he's going to have such a big lead when these guys pit. If he can just save fuel and make it 7 laps. Or actually, no, it would be 8 laps because they pit coming to 8 to go. I don't know. That sounds like too much. It's going to be close.
Split it in half. Split it in half. I go lap 4. I do 4 and 4 in that case, or a 5-3. I wouldn't go 8. I don't think that's not a winning move, but at the same time, it's not a move to make you run out of fuel at this place. It's Sanford, man.
Well, if these guys are going to be the ones who make it after this stop, I think Charles Sanford's looking pretty good.
Let's see here.
They're going to stay out another lap, and I think that's going to seal the deal for who's fighting for this win.
Where's Group 2? Oh, never mind.
Flickinger and Alexander Rowe will come in as Sorlin and Shelton are side by side. Oskin, Nate Rogers, they're coming to pit road.
They got to pit again.
Sam Young's going to stay
Sam Young.
out.
Yeah.
There's McIntyre with his damage. All right, so all those guys came in. Ellison stayed out. So let's see. We've got Ellison, R.J. Bishop, Sam Young, Dylan Young, Zorlin, Shelton, Sanford, Seth Cole. Those are the 8 guys that have not yet come to pit road a second time. I really think the battle's down to these two, Vince, because they're going to be able to make it from here now. They're going to be pitting coming to 5 to go. Sorlin's terrible pit stop must be really hurting now because he was up there with a chance to win, I think. But he's 6 seconds back, and I don't know if you can close 6 seconds on guys like Seth Cole and Charles Sanford.
Well, how long's the gap with Fitzroy? What's the delta? We need to know that too, just to see. Because it might be, let's see, 39.
40 seconds, pretty much.
40. Yeah, at the end of this lap, we'll probably be around 36, 37, maybe 35. He really pushed it, but
Well, there he
with
is.
Ellison.
Allison is another 6 seconds behind him. And there's Amanda. So 3 of the EGM cars decided to do this strategy here, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out. There's Zach Flickinger. He's just come out of pit road. I believe Ferranti is on warmed-up tires. Yes, he is.
Lane Sanders? Is that Lane Sanders?
Lane Sanders is on warmed-up tires. What a run by the 4 car. He surprised us at Sebring, too, Vince.
Taste in the making, even though he's a rookie.
He's doing better than Cement Oskin and Nate Rogers. Edwin Justice is up near here all of a sudden. Same with Laura Chung. I mean, I know they're on the undercut strat, so they might be pitting again. Who knows? And there it is. Charles Sanford to the lead.
Now the question is, man, this is going to be crazy. I mean, it's going to come down to this pit stop, I think.
I think it will. I mean,
Who's going to have the better pit stop?
But unlike the Jerky Pro Truck Series, Vince, you don't need draft to gain time here.
It's technical.
I'm just going to mention this right now for those of you who know that I commentate the FBRL Napa Truck Series. Me and Vince are recording this on February 27th. Deadline for NTS schemes are tomorrow night, and I'm looking at my Discord, and I've got like 10 plus notifications for some reason. So, woohoo. We're coming, though, to lap 10. Sanford and Seth Cole will come to pit road.
Everyone's coming in except for Ellison Bishop.
Oh, man, Sorlin fell back a lot from Dylan Young and Shelton. There's RJ Bishop. Him and Ellison got by Sam Young. What are they going to do? Do they go another lap or do they pit? Bishop's coming in.
He might have damage, yeah.
Ellison's going to come in too. So I think what they're doing here, Vince, is instead of going another lap and losing more time, they're just going to shrink that window, the strategy window there, and then they're on the same, like, fresher set of tires. They've got 5 laps to use them instead of 4 laps. Fitzwater's coming to pit road.
That's a smart call. I mean, at this point, that's a smart... No, it's not a smart call. He might have to pit again. What in the world are they thinking?
Well, I think they can make it from here, Vince, but everyone can make it. Everyone can make it from here. Lane Sanders was on that same. They were all on that same strategy. They were all on that same strategy of pitting early. So now that they've messed up so much, the crew chiefs, I'm guessing, are just like, bring it on down now. We're gonna make it to the end of the race. We're gonna have the freshest tires for 5 laps. But Charles Sanford is leading in front of Seth Cole. Ferranti is up to 3rd.
What is this race?
And Fitzwater, I feel like, might be firing his crew chief after today. I'm not gonna lie. I think all of EGM is probably pretty upset about this. Definite top 10 runs is what I think Fitzwater was looking at. And now he is way, way back here. They've got a lot of time to make up. All these guys that just pit a 3rd time, their races are pretty much over. But we'll see who else has to pit a 3rd time. So I believe my co-commentator has stepped away for a moment. But Charles Sanford is leading this thing. Ferranti's out here on warmed-up tires. See how much time he can close up, but I'm not sure Ferranti can even make it to the end of this race. Ferranti comes into this thing 20th in the point standings. He's been a go-or-go homer on the season. He's only missed 1 race. Depending where he finishes today, he will not be a go-or-go homer next week at Provo. We'll see how he does. Let's actually take a look at the point standings. Coming into this race, your 20 drivers outside the top 30 were Sam Young, Logan Williams, Christian Vargas, Trey Smith, Edwin Justice, Stephen Colon, Ace Rogers, Derek Hamill, Samuel Dyer, Colt Hudson, Scott Roush, Will Parrish, Carabell, Priya McShane, Kev Shearer, James Ellison, Laura Chung, RJ Bishop, Landon Smith Jr., and Diego Yepes. We'll see how many of those 20 drivers remain outside the top 30. Some of them, I believe, are doing decent today, and some of them are go homers who missed the race today. So that list could change dramatically after this race is over. Ferranti peeking to the left side of Seth Cole, looking for second place.
Back.
And Vince is back.
Had something to do there, but anyway. It looks like nothing's changed other than Ferranti's looking for second, and Fitzwater's 35 seconds, but that would be slower at that gap.
And Ferranti will make his final pit stop on the day, as we expected. Nate Rogers up to third place, man. Oh, my goodness gracious. Want to see who else is going to pit here, though. Nico Tringali. Oh, man. Keith Rich. Adam Flicking, Jerry Weeks. Those are the ones I think we expected. And there's Fitzwater, man. Tough break. Just strategy ruined this thing. Amanda Evans has gotten by Allison Rain.
Fitzwater's slower than Amanda Evans. Something's up.
Amanda Evans flew by Allison Rain. I want to see the lap time difference here. .339.4, 314.1. I'm not sure if Amanda Evans maybe somehow bypassed the cold tires thing and just was like pushing as hard as she could there. But Fitzwater's tires are warmed up now, but Fitzwater is in 33rd place, 36 seconds behind. He got us a few positions there from people who pit, so I think he's back to top 30, but I mean, think about this, Vince. Rain and Fitzwater had a top 10 in every race this year, and strategy ruined that trend. If they were on a good strategy and they were top 10 still right now, and they didn't pit as early as they did, I think they would have been top 10 the whole day. I think Fitzwater might have still won this race potentially. See Zorlin making a move on 9th for Ace Rogers, who because of all these strategy games is up in the top 10. Dylan Young 8th, Shelton still 7th, Cement Oskin 6th, Zach Flickinger 5th, but big story on the day, I think, is Nate Rogers, who's driven his way up to 3rd. So now you got a wonder between Seth Cole and Charles Sanford who can get it done. Fastest lap on the race goes to Allison Rain at 2:59.1, but this is going to narrow up the points battle as Rain and Fitzwater finish outside the top 10 for the first time this season.
So I'll tell you what, Seth Cole was better on this run than the last run. And number two, the only thing I could think of is Fitzwater's Sanford's wide. Oh, he's really wide. Uh-oh.
Ooh, Seth Cole's going to get a little loose there. He thought he was going to get into him. That's going to give that time back to Charles.
Real quick, though, I think they were just thinking maybe they underestimated the pit window. Fitzwater did have the notes from yesterday's truck race. So I'm not sure. Maybe he just wasn't used to the faster setup. I'm not sure.
I feel like that's all crew chief, Vince. That's all crew chief because
I mean, the crew chief should know.
You could make it 5 laps, and these drivers got the fuel pressure gauge in their cars, so they know how much fuel they can go. Fitzwater's probably gonna get a new crew chief, I think, after this. But top 10 kind of remaining the same there. Sorlin, I think, has better tires than Ace Rogers. Logan York is in 11th. Cole Deaver. How about Logan Williams? What a run for this man. We've said, aside from Lane Sanders, he's kind of been the surprise this season. And he'll come to the start-finish line in 13th place. 3 laps to go on the race as Landon Smith's going to make a move, and then William Brock's going to make a move. This is for 13th place, 3 wide into turn 1 on the heavy braking.
Brock, he's been doing good. He's been the Toyota flagship all season, though. I'm not surprised he's up here.
William Brock 15th into the points coming into today's race. How about Diego Yepes? Yepes making his second start on the season. He's going to have to be fighting through go or go home queue a lot until he can fight and claw his way to the top 30. How about Osmain Hamid? Strategy benefiting to him after being at the back. He's in 17th. There's RJ Bishop in 19th. So you go outside the top 20, we'll find James Ellison. Just had another terrible pit stop. There's Fitzwater, 35 seconds behind. He's running 3 seconds faster than McIntyre. We'll see how many more positions he can gain in these last 3 laps. He's running faster than a bunch of the guys at the back here. Heck, he's running faster than pretty much the entire field aside from the top 10. Dylan Young with his fastest time on the day at 2:59.566 as he closes up to the back of Shelton for 7th. A lot of raciness going on back here.
Seth Cole, though, I think he's still applying the pressure. Yep.
Seth Cole ran his fastest lap at 2:59.73. That is 5th on the chart. Charles Sanford's best time's a 3:01.6, which he ran last time by.
Seth Cole's better this run, but where does he make the move? But this is almost sleeping deja vu, except Sanford's in the lead. He's got a different person he's fighting. That's crazy.
Seth Cole's got 6 road course wins to his career, 10 wins total. Charles Sanford, 2 career wins, 1 road course win, and Charles hasn't won since 2018 at Texas. We saw Allison Rain had her 1-year winless drought that she ended at Sebring. Could Charles Sanford get it done today and end that 2-year-long winless streak there, Vince?
It's going to be close. We have to go. The problem is with a 6-mile course, it's hard to figure out who's good and bad at certain areas due to the fact that this is an ever-changing elevation in place. We'll see.
The other end of it, too, is Seth Cole.
Ooh.
Seth Cole has won a race every year in his Digital Storm Cup Series career. He's looking to continue that streak. Him and Jonathan Zorlin are the only 2 drivers to have done that.
Anybody pit 2? Let's see real quick. Did anybody come back down?
Looks like the answer is no. So no one pitting coming to 2 to go, Vince. And that's going to make that...
Fire his crew.
That's going to make that strategy call hurt even more. He's sitting in 29th place. So Fitzwater in 29th, Amanda Evans 30th, Rain 31st, Stephen Colon, Ferranti, Lane Sanders, Edwin Justice, Laura Chung, Matthew Rodriguez, Andrew Rich, Nico Tringali, Carabel, Keith Rich, and Adam Flickinger. Their race is ruined by having to pit a 3rd time. Just want to look at the lap times again real quick. 3:01s. So Nate Rogers and Rowe are, I believe, on a slightly different strat compared to the top 2. I think they pit the lap before them, so they are not closing at all. It looks like Dylan Young's got fresher tires here, but he's too busy racing with teammate Samet Oskin for 7th, as Zorlin closes up in 9th. Ace Rogers is the last man inside the top 10, and it doesn't look like anybody is closing in on him. So yeah, this is going to be our picture, I think, for the last lap and a half, Vince.
6 minutes or 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes to go. We still got a long way to go in this race because of the 6-mile play. So I don't know. I got to see who's better where. Right now, it's Stanford's better in the first half, but Seth just closes it on the brakes better.
If Seth Cole wins this race, it would be his 11th career win. Charles Sanford, it would be his 3rd career win. There's a lot of drivers who have won twice in their Digital Storm Cup Series career, and one of them's defending champion Samet Oskin. Drivers in the field that have won 3 times in their career, Nate Rogers and Nico Tringali. Those are the 2 active guys on the 3-time wins list. You go up to 4, you got Alexander Rowe and Fitzwater, as Seth Cole's closing in.
Seems to be better at the second half of the course, and that's where the finish line is. This is going to be another thing where Stanford loses on Sunset Bend.
Oh, no, Seth Cole's making the move now. Charles shuts the door.
Got to use what he learned at Sebring with the block pass technique. That's the only way he's going to win this race.
Ooh, Seth Cole got a better drive off the corner there. Oh, but Seth Cole's going to miss the entry in the final corner. Coming to the white flag. Here we go, Vince. Who cares who's pitting?
It's all about mano-a-mano. White flag's out. Draft matters here, so Seth will catch back up. Into the release turn. Here we go. One last time. Chutes and ladders.
Oh, and it looks like Samet Oskin might have had a problem as he falls to 9th. Or actually, no problem. They just gained so much time on the guys behind them that it looked like they had a problem. But Oskin down to 9th place. Dylan Young's up to 6th. Sorlin up to 8th. Dylan Young's going to probably be challenging for top 5 back here. Oh, look at this madness. Shelton's looking for 3rd on Nate Rogers. That would be something out of Jessica Shelton. How about S3 Motorsports, Vince? Shelton about to take 3rd place. Charles Sanford, team owner, looking for that win.
Seth Cole, though, is better at the second half of this course. You can see it. You can see it visibly, man. This might come down to the Black Rock through Sunset Beg section. We're not there yet. We got some time, but it's getting closer.
Ooh, Seth Cole with a little bit of a better corner there. About a
Shoot.
quarter of car width, better line there. Oh, Seth Cole, though, going a little wider there, maybe trying to get that bite off.
Bite off. Yeah, you got the bite off. Man, this is looking good right now for Seth, but he's got to know when to make the move. He can always catch.
You can tell the
Sanford's a little wide.
tires are killed. 5 seconds of fall off for both of these guys. Charles was better at the end of the last stint. He inched away a little bit there.
So Seth will gain back on the brakes. It's all going to come down to this Black Rock hairpin and then moving forward. And Seth's just better through the hairpin. Oh, boy, here we go.
Seth Cole starting to inch back closer to Charles Sanford. How many corners do we have left to go?
Only a couple left, but this is the key section right here.
2 years without a win for Charles Sanford. Seth Cole goes wide. Oh, but then he's on the inside there. He's going to close right back up. Can Seth Cole get there? Oh, Charles is pulling away.
He's got to screw this last section up into the clubhouse corner here.
Here we go. 2 turns to go for Charles Sanford.
That's that bend.
We thought it was going to come at Sebring. 2 years without a win for Charles Sanford. 2 years. But today at Miller Motorsports Park, it's going to be all over. Down the front straightaway, Charles Sanford will win in the 3rd time in his Digital Storm Cup Series career. The drought is over. What a race. And he held off the best road course ringer and friend of his own, Seth Cole, to do it. Jessica Shelton will come home in 3rd place. What a day for S3 Motorsports. Dylan Young got up to 4th. Rowe 5th. Nate Rogers 6th. Sorlin 7th. Zach Flickinger 8th. Samet Oskin 9th. And Ace Rogers rounds out the top 10. I believe we just have one incident to look at, and that's the McIntyre-Bishop deal midway through the race. But for now, we're waiting for results to become official. Fitzwater got it back up to 26th, Vince, but not the day he wanted.
That's just poor luck, and I think poor management by the pit crew and crew chief. They'll have a massive debrief. But for Sanford, 2 years in the making, as they say.
A lot of drivers that needed to run well to avoid being go-or-go homers next week include Cara Bell, who finishes 41st. Adam Flickinger, I believe, is going to be close. Matthew Rodriguez, it's going to be close. Laura Chung's definitely a go-or-go homer next week. Edwin Justice. Man, just a lot of guys that you're really going to see the shakeup for go or go home Q next week. But, man, what a win by Charles Sanford. Finally gets it done. Third career win. And it comes at a road course, Vince. Comes at a road course.
He's been consistent all year at road courses. Got to give the man credit, no doubt.
That's going to be Charles' first one on the year, his third top 5 and his fourth top 10. That'll put him even on the top 5s and top 10s with Allison Rain and Seth Cole also getting his third top 5 and fourth top 10. Sorlin's going to get his fourth top 10 on the year. So we got a lot of drivers now with 4 top 10s, including Dylan Young, who just got his first top 5 on the season with his fourth place result.
Got to give D Young credit. How about it called a Landon Smith Jr. top rookie? Who saw that coming?
Yeah, Landon Smith Jr. for Yates Racing came into this race with 1 start, which was a 31st place result. He gets 14th today. We'll see how that helps them shoot up through the standings as they continue to try and be top 30 in the points. Top 30 fight, man, is going to really start getting intense. How about Ace Rogers? He came into this race 10 points behind Peter Onjak. He finishes 10th here today. Onjak comes home somewhere 29th. So Ace Rogers might have got the finish he needed to remain a locked-in driver, as these first 4 races were not kind to him. But we're going to take you to look at what happened between Bishop and McIntyre, and then we're going to sign off. This happened on lap 8. RJ Bishop was on the freshest set of tires around. You see Logan Williams put in the bumper to Jesse Turner there. But RJ Bishop's going to close up on Levi McIntyre here. And it's going to be something similar to what we saw in Jerky Pro yesterday, Vince, with Carrillo and who was it?
Hudson?
Benjamin Ice. It was another Roush car.
Oh, yeah.
In this case, both cars are going to go off the track. You see Bishop gets saved by the curb. Curb keeps him to the right a little bit, but McIntyre, no dice.
It's going to be right into the driver's side impact into that bang concrete, and Bishop, not too much, though. He just
Bishop.
maybe.
Oh, he didn't even kiss it.
Oh, that's drifting right there, Tokyo drift style.
But he lost a lot of time because of it, but still went on to finish the race. But Charles Sanford ends the drought. 3rd career win. 1st of the season. And now you got to wonder, can Charles Sanford win 2 races in this year? We're going to another road course next week. We'll see what he can do. But me and Vince are signing off for today. We'll see you guys at Provo.
I don't know.